Let's have a mature talk today. In a world where hookup culture is louder than ever, where quick connections and casual situationships have replaced depth and commitment, there is one question that keeps lingering in the hearts of many women. How do I know if it is real? I am not just talking about the relationship itself or the words being said, but the intimacy. I mean those moments behind closed doors when it is just the two of you, skin to skin with no masks and no distractions. Is it love, or is it just lust dressed up as something deeper? Here is the truth. Physical chemistry is easy. You can feel that spark with someone you have known for only a few days. You can have fire and passion, yet still have no emotional safety. Anyone can want your body, but not everyone can truly respect it. That is the difference. When a man is genuinely in love with you, something shifts in how he makes love to you. His actions stop being just about seeking pleasure. They become about being present. He is not just touching your body, he is honoring your heart. He is not just sharing space with you, he is fully and deeply with you. That is when intimacy becomes sacred. When you start noticing those subtle, beautiful signals that he is not just in it for what you can give him, but for what he feels when he is with you. The woman, not just the experience. Everything changes. Today, I want to give you clarity because there are 5 powerful, emotionally charged things men only do in bed when their love is real. Once you recognize these, you won't just feel desired, you will feel deeply and undeniably loved. Let's dive in. When a man truly loves you, his approach to intimacy changes. It is no longer just a physical act. It is no longer about chasing a high or proving something. It becomes about connection, presence, and feeling. That is why one of the first and strongest signs of real love in the bedroom is that he slows down. Many people rush through intimacy because they are chasing a feeling. They want release, validation, or a peak moment that gives them a quick sense of power. Let's be honest, there is often a lot of performance going on in the bedroom. People do what they think they are supposed to do, moving fast and following a predictable script. Fast can be exciting, but it does not always mean connection. It often leaves little space for emotional depth. But when a man is in love, his whole energy slows down. He does not just want your body, he wants to be with you. He wants to explore those quiet, subtle moments, the spaces between breaths, and the warmth of your skin under his fingertips. He is not rushing to the finish line. He is savoring every part of the journey. That slowness is a mindset. He is not distracted or trying to impress you. He is fully present, and his focus is on you. Another sign is deep, lasting eye contact. It is about how your body moves, how your breath changes, and the small expressions on your face that tell him how you feel. In these moments, you realize he is tuned into your experience more than his own. His goal isn't just to feel good, it is to make you feel deeply seen, safe, and desired. Love makes a man care about the little things. When a man slows down, he is telling you without words that he treasures this moment with you. He is not trying to get somewhere else. He is already where he wants to be. There is no rush to move on or reach a climax just for the sake of it. He wants to stay in the moment because that moment with you is the most beautiful part. It is in the slowness that real intimacy grows. It is in the lingering eye contact, the soft kisses, and the way he pauses just to hold you. It is in how he breathes you in, like he is memorizing the moment, knowing this is more than physical. When a man slows down, it shows emotional maturity. It shows he is secure enough to be vulnerable. He is not afraid of depth, and he wants emotional closeness. Slowing down takes trust. It means he feels emotionally safe with you. When a man does not trust you or does not want to build something real, he keeps things surface level and detached. But when he loves you, He lets the walls come down. He lets himself be soft and gentle. In that softness, he is saying that this isn't just sex, it is something meaningful. If you find yourself with a man who moves slowly because he is emotionally invested, pay attention. That is a man loving you through every touch and every breath. That kind of presence is sacred. Let's talk about eye contact, which is so simple yet so revealing. Eye contact is one of the most vulnerable things two people can share. When we feel nervous, we break eye contact. When we hide something, we look away. When we are physically there but not emotionally connected, we avoid the eyes completely. To look into someone's eyes during something as raw as sex is to be completely exposed. A man in love wants that. When he holds his gaze, it is about depth. He is grounding himself in you and your presence. It is his way of saying he is there for you, not just the moment. It is no longer just physical. It is a soul-level connection. This happens in the quieter parts too, when the world seems to pause. You can feel when that eye contact carries love. It is steady, soft, and warm. He is not just watching your body react, he is searching for your heart. He wants to make sure you are with him. A man who makes eye contact is emotionally open. Men who struggle to connect will often avoid eye contact in bed. They will stay in the physical because the emotional is too hard. But when a man looks into your eyes while you are close and naked, it means he is not afraid of what he will find. He is there fully and willingly. The next sign is that he holds you after intimacy. In that shared gaze and the moments that follow, so much is said in silence. It says, "I love you, I respect you, and you are safe with me." That kind of eye contact leaves you feeling held, not just touched. It gives you a closeness that goes far beyond skin to skin. While many people focus on the act itself, there is something just as revealing in the quiet that follows. One of the most telling signs that a man is making love from a place of true emotion is what he does afterward. For many men, the end of sex feels like a completed mission. The high is gone, and the body wants rest. He might roll over and fall asleep like an emotional switch turned off. But when a man is truly in love, that switch stays on. For him, the intimacy has just begun. Men who are emotionally invested want to stay in that afterglow. They want to talk and keep the closeness going. It is not always about deep talks. Sometimes it is playful or just whispering something soft in your ear. The message is that he wants to stay with you a little longer. When a man talks to you after making love, he is telling you that you are meaningful. He wants to know how you feel emotionally. He might not ask in those exact words, but you will hear it in his voice and feel it in the way he pulls you near. If something is troubling you, he listens and reassures you. When love is real, the moments that come after matter just as much as the act itself. Compare this to a man who is emotionally distant. Once the moment ends, he becomes withdrawn or cold. The connection feels temporary, but when love is true, the connection remains. He wants to stay in that vulnerable place with you. Those small talks in the dark are where trust is made and where love breathes. Don't underestimate the power of what happens after the physical connection. When a man wants to stay in that emotional space because he wants to, it is rare and real. He also asks what you enjoy and genuinely cares about your answer. There is a moment when you find out who a man is as a partner. Does he ask what you like, and does he truly care? A man who is only in it for himself might ask a quick question just to seem thoughtful, but he never actually changes what he is doing. He just wants to hear that he is doing a good job. But a man who loves you treats intimacy like a shared journey. He wants to understand your rhythm and what makes you feel safe and cherished. When he asks what you like, he listens because getting to know you brings him closer to you. That curiosity is a sign of devotion. You are not a template to him. You are a universe. He is not asking because he doubts himself. He is asking because your pleasure is important to him. There is a big difference between asking and caring. Caring means remembering the small details, like the way your breath changes or the things you mentioned you liked a few nights ago. Caring means checking in because he respects you. He does not assume he knows your body better than you do. It is about intention, not just technique. A man who loves you wants your feedback because your experience matters. He is not taking control, he is sharing it. When he asks what you like, there is no fear of judgment. You get a partner who is willing to meet you in your truth. That kind of man gives you permission to be completely yourself. When he listens and adjusts, you are feeling emotional commitment. There is also something powerful about the way a man touches you in the moments after. It is not about performance or seduction. It is about something sacred. His arms become a message. When the lights are low and the room is quiet, the way he wraps his arms around you or strokes your hair is communication. You can hear, "You are safe," and "I am still here with you," in that embrace. A man who is only there for the physical will often disconnect once it is over. But a man who loves you treats your body like home. He never wants to leave. He holds you like he means it. Sometimes he pulls you in to ground himself, needing your heartbeat to stay in the present. It is tender and full of meaning. Holding is a form of intimacy that requires emotional availability. It requires a willingness to be still. Most people move on too fast, but when a man stays and wraps you up like you are precious, he is saying you matter. He is happy just to be there, heart to heart. The way he holds you is expressive. It says what he might not have words for yet. If you have ever wondered if a man's love is real, look at how he holds you when everything goes quiet. That is where his truth is. When he holds you without expectation or obligation, you are in the arms of someone who truly loves you. Real love does not rush or perform. It lingers, listens, and loves you in ways that do not always need words. You deserve that kind of love, the kind that holds you like a treasure and values your pleasure as much as his own. That connection is not impossible to find. It is just that too many people settle before they find it. Don't settle for someone who only shows up when it is easy. Wait for the man who shows up with his whole heart. If this message speaks to you, like this video and subscribe for more content that reminds you of your worth. In the comments, tell me one small way a man has made you feel genuinely loved. Remember, you are not asking for too much. You're just asking the wrong person. The right one won't just make love to your body, he will love your soul. When a man loves you, his touch carries a different weight. It is no longer just about the physical sensation. It becomes a way for him to protect and cherish you. You will notice that he reaches for your hand or pulls you closer, not because he wants something from you, but simply because being near you brings him peace. This kind of affection is unselfish. It is the difference between a man who uses you to feel good and a man who wants to make sure you feel good. He becomes obsessed with your comfort. He notices when you are cold, when you are tired, or when you are feeling a bit overwhelmed, and he uses his physical presence to ground you. In his eyes, you aren't just a partner for the night. You are the person he wants to wake up next to every single morning. This level of care shows up in the way he looks at you when you aren't even looking at him. If you catch him just watching you with a soft smile, that is a sign of deep emotional roots. He is admiring the person you are, not just the way you look. He values your thoughts, your dreams, and even your flaws. When a man is truly committed, he doesn't try to change you to fit a certain mold. Instead, he learns your language. He learns what makes you laugh and what makes you feel safe. He understands that real intimacy is built on a foundation of friendship and mutual respect. He doesn't play games with your heart because he knows how precious it is. He is consistent. You never have to wonder where you stand with him because his actions match his words every single day. True love is found in that consistency. It is found in the way he stands by you when things get difficult, not just when things are fun and exciting. He becomes your biggest supporter and your safest harbor. When you find a man who treats you this way, you realize that all the struggle and the waiting was worth it. You start to see that you were never too much for the right person. You were just giving your heart to people who didn't know how to handle something so valuable. So keep your standards high and your heart open. The right kind of love won't make you feel drained or confused. It will make you feel powerful and at peace. You are worthy of a love that stays, a love that listens, and a love that honors every part of who you are. When a man truly cares, he becomes your biggest protector, not just in the world, but within the relationship itself. He protects your peace of mind and your heart. You will see this in the way he handles conflict. Instead of pulling away or becoming cold when things get tough, he leans in. He wants to resolve things because the connection is more important than being right. He values the harmony you share more than his own ego. This is a massive sign of love that often goes unnoticed. A man who loves you will never want to leave you in a state of anxiety. He won't let you go to sleep feeling small or ignored. He stays until the air is clear because he can't stand the thought of a wall between you. Real love also shows up in the way he integrates you into his life. He doesn't keep you in a separate box or only see you when it's convenient for him. He wants you to know his world. He introduces you to the people who matter to him with pride. He talks about the future not as a vague idea, but as something he is actively building with you in mind. You start to hear we more than I. This shift in language is a shift in his soul. He has stopped thinking as a lone wolf and has started thinking as a partner. He considers your feelings before making big decisions. He asks for your opinion because he respects your wisdom. He sees you as his equal and his teammate. Ultimately, the most powerful sign of a man's love is that he makes you feel like you can be your most authentic self. You don't have to perform. You don't have to hide your messy parts or pretend to be perfect to keep his interest. In his presence, you feel a sense of rest. You realize that you are finally with someone who isn't just in love with the idea of you, but is in love with the reality of you. He loves the way you think, the way you laugh, and even the quirks that others might find difficult. When you find this, hold on to it. It is the kind of bond that changes your life and heals the parts of you that were hurt by the wrong people. You have always been enough, and with the right man, you will finally feel it every single day. When a man is truly devoted to you, he becomes a student of your soul. He pays attention to the things you don't even say out loud. He notices the way your eyes light up when you talk about your passions. And he remembers the small things that bring you comfort after a long day. This level of attention isn't something a man can fake. It comes from a place of genuine interest and a desire to see you happy. He doesn't just hear your words. He listens to the heart behind them. He becomes the person you want to call first with good news and the one you turn to when the world feels heavy. He creates a space where you never have to feel alone in your struggles. You will also see his love in how he supports your growth. A man who loves you won't be threatened by your success or your strength. Instead, he will be your loudest cheerleader. He wants to see you reach your goals and become the best version of yourself. He doesn't try to keep you small so he can feel big. He stands beside you and encourages you to fly. His love acts as a safety net, giving you the confidence to take risks because you know he will be there to catch you if you fall. This kind of partnership is built on a foundation of total trust. You don't have to look over your shoulder or wonder if he is being honest. His transparency is a gift he gives you every day to keep your heart at ease. As time goes on, you will realize that real love isn't about grand, sweeping gestures that happen once a year. It is about the million tiny moments of kindness and respect that happen every single day. It is in the way he makes sure you have a glass of water, the way he reaches for your hand in a crowded room, and the way he stands up for you even when you aren't there to hear it. It is a quiet, steady flame that doesn't flicker when life gets hard. When you find a man who offers you this kind of consistency and care, you have found something truly special. You have found a home in another person. Never forget that you are worthy of this deep, abiding affection. You deserve a love that feels like peace, not like a project. When a man is truly committed, his love shows up in how he treats your boundaries. He doesn't see your needs as obstacles or things to get around. Instead, he treats them with the highest level of respect. He understands that your no is just as important as your yes. In his eyes, your comfort is the most important thing in the room. This creates a deep sense of trust that allows you to open up in ways you never thought possible. You feel safe enough to be vulnerable because you know he will never take advantage of your softness. He protects your heart as if it were his own, and that kind of security is the foundation of a lasting bond. You will also notice that he is willing to do the inner work to be a better man for you. Real love makes a man want to grow. He looks at his own flaws and takes responsibility for his actions. He doesn't make excuses or blame you for his mistakes. Instead, he works to be more patient, more understanding, and more present. He knows that a great relationship doesn't just happen by accident. It is built with effort, honesty, and a willingness to learn. When a man is in it for the long haul, he invests in the health of the connection every single day. He prioritizes your relationship over his pride, and he chooses you over and over again, even when things aren't perfect. Finally, remember that the right man will make you feel like a priority, not an option. You won't have to beg for his time or compete for his attention. He shows up because he wants to be there. He makes space for you in his schedule, in his mind, and in his heart. His love is steady and reliable. It doesn't leave you guessing or feeling insecure. It gives you the freedom to breathe and the strength to shine. When you have this kind of love, you realize that you don't have to settle for anything less than total respect and genuine affection. You are a prize to be cherished, and the right man will treat you that way every moment you are together. Keep believing in the love you deserve, because it is out there waiting for you. In the end, you have to trust your own intuition. Deep down, your soul knows the difference between someone who is just passing through and someone who intends to stay. Real love doesn't leave you feeling drained, confused, or constantly doubting your worth. It leaves you feeling nourished and steady. If you have to spend all your time analyzing his behavior or searching for hidden meanings in his silence, that is a sign that the emotional safety you need isn't there. A man who loves you will make his intentions clear through his consistency. He won't leave you in the dark. He will be the light that helps you see your own beauty more clearly. This journey of finding real intimacy starts with the love you have for yourself. When you know your own value, you stop accepting breadcrumbs from people who are incapable of giving you a full meal. You stop making excuses for men who are emotionally unavailable, and you start making room for the man who is ready to meet you where you are. Your standards act as a filter, keeping out the noise and the temporary distractions so that the right person can find their way to you. Never be afraid to walk away from a connection that feels empty, because every time you say no to the wrong thing, you are saying yes to the possibility of the right thing. Believe that a deep, soul-level connection is possible for you. It isn't just a story in a book or a scene in a movie. It is a real experience that happens when two people decide to be honest, vulnerable, and completely present with one another. It is the reward for having the courage to wait and the strength to not settle. You are a woman of immense value, and your heart is a sacred space. Treat it as such, and one day you will look over at the person beside you and realize that you finally have exactly what you were looking for. You are loved, you are worthy, and you are enough just as you are.